It is Sunday, February 14th, 2016, which actually means it's Valentine's Day. I was there day one for the launch of Street Fighter 2, playing with E Honda, and I still remember no one knew how to properly block yet, so I would do jumping roundhouse kick, which if it did a counter hit, did like a quarter of your life bar in the game. It was insane. And I would mash the punches to get the 100-hand slap, and then every once in a while I'd accidentally do a headbutt, and everyone would be like, what the hell was that? And I was bodying people there day one at my local arcade. I remember I actually went on a 10 to 15 game win streak the first time that I ever played the game. Pretty crazy, right? So to come full circle, so warning to everyone who is subscribed to DSPGaming, there's going to be a shit ton of videos this week. If you don't want to get your inbox flooded, if you don't want to see a bunch of Street Fighter, unsubscribe to DSPGaming this week, and then at the end of the week, resubscribe for all the new stuff coming out next week, alright? But I noticed on Patreon in the past 3 days that a few more people's pledges somehow processed. I don't know why it took so long. I don't know if maybe you just got around to updating your info or if it was Patreon that was sitting on it and taking their sweet time. But there's a problem, which is why I'm mentioning it in this week in preview.
Oh my god, there's a problem!
What the fuck? No! I don't know who you are. Unfortunately, Patreon sorts by when you originally pledged, not by when your pledge cleared. So between last week, when I already had messaged everyone on Patreon for their perks, and now there's no two listings that I can use and say, oh, here's 3 more people who were pledged. I can't figure it out. So if you look right now, if you were pledged to my Patreon in the month of January, please go to patreon.com and see if your pledge cleared. If you didn't get a message from me in regards to getting either a forum upgrade, in regards to getting a private Q&A video made or anything like that, alright? And it is something that I owe you. Like, I owe you a forum upgrade. You've got to tell me. You've got to message me either on Patreon, email me, darksidephil@hotmail.com with your information about Patreon. Send me the info, okay? So that I can get that for you. I apologize to those who this might be. It could be 1 or 2 people, or it could be a bunch. I don't know, because it was like maybe $10. That could have been a bunch of $1 pledges. It could have been a $5 pledge. It could have been one $10 pledge. I don't know. Patreon, unfortunately, is a great website. Let me tell you, it's a great business. It's a great way to make additional income and fundraising to keep a business going. But their menus and everything are terrible. They're so primitive. I can't believe I can't tell when someone's pledge cleared. It's out of control and just silly, right? So I apologize to those patrons. Please message me. I'll get it cleared up over the next week, all right? So I'm almost guaranteeing failure with an attempt to play this game online tomorrow night at launch. I almost guarantee it. I'm still going to try, but we'll see what happens, alright? That does mean no hits of the week this week on KO Gaming. A lot of people were disappointed there was no hits of the week this past Friday. The reason I did that, quite honestly, I polled the people, and I said, would you rather see reviews or this hits of the week montage? Everyone said do reviews, so the reviews are live, and that's going to continue moving. This week will be highlights of Street Fighter 5, okay? So really, actually it could be like hits of the week Street Fighter 5 when you think about it. I'll think about what I want to title these videos. What if fucking Street Fighter 5 doesn't work online at all during the week? We'll have to pull an audible, right? I mean, I'll do all the offline. I'll still do like arcade mode, training mode, and trials mode and stuff in Street Fighter 5. But if the online isn't working at all because they fucking still didn't fix this netcode since the beta, what can you do? You know what I mean? I'm sure there's going to be hundreds of thousands of upset customers who bought the game and can't play the game online if that's the case. But I'll be one of them, right? And if it doesn't work, I'll find something else. We'll poll. We'll figure out which people want me to play something else. We'll figure it out together during the course of the week. This week, though, I'm excited. 25 years of my life. I'm only 33 years old. 25 years I've been playing Street Fighter. Sometimes it's been way more hardcore than others. Sometimes I was full force into the pro scene, and sometimes I was just playing it casually from time to time. But Street Fighter, I would be remiss and I would be a liar to tell you that Street Fighter is not a big part of my life and has not a big part of my life. I've traveled to places in the country. I've met people from all around the world of different cultures, different walks of life, all because of Street Fighter. And it comes full circle this week with Street Fighter 5. And who knows, maybe by the end of this week, I could say, I like this game so much that I have decided to return to the competitive Street Fighter community, and I'll start going to tournaments again. It all depends on what happens this week. It could go any way. It could be I love the game, I hate the game, that game doesn't even fucking work, the game's the best fighting game ever made. We won't know until this week goes down. So, I'm excited. I hope that you're excited. I surely hope that you will spread the word that DSP is back and is covering Street Fighter 5 for a full week in full force. Street Fighter 4 was the game in 2009 that on my old YouTube channel, Darkside Phil, put me on the map on YouTube. People knew I was the guy who was the former pro who played the game. I was pretty good at it, but I raged and I had funny coverage, but I covered it in massive depth, and people loved watching me play Street Fighter. I want to get back there. We'll see how it goes this week with this game, but I hope that even if you've been away for 7 years since Street Fighter 4, you'll come back at least to check out this initial coverage of Street Fighter 5. I'm going to do my best for you.